Reddit writing prompts. As the angel kept walking through the rubble, dirtying his white robes with soot and radioactive charcoal, he silently uttered the closest thing he was taught to a curse.
And besides, what could it have meant for them to wait another millennium, give or take a few decades?
He was distracted from his thoughts as a geyser of flame erupted before him. He stepped back, fearing it may be the devil himself, only to reveal it was just a common demon. He breathed a sigh of relief, saying,
You know that it's quite rude of you to just pop in unannounced. Anyhow, what brings you up here?
The demon, who was floating for the sake of a theatrical entrance, landed softly on the ground.
Just visiting to see how badly the humans really messed it up. And I gotta say, not bad. Anyhow, why are you roaming the filthy earth?
He asked his holy counterpart in a mocking tone.
If you must know, I'm on a break from working on judgments. Took the Union fighting tooth and nail just to keep those for us, given the chaotic situation.
The angel responded, still cautious of talking to a demon. The demon simply chuckled.
You guys get breaks? We're stuck having to give our master the slip every time we want to rest. If we get caught, well, that's an easy 50 years on a pike. Though I reckon he can't punish us like that anymore, since he needs us working round the clock to punish billions of new sinners.
The angel let out an exasperated sigh.
You think that's bad?
He plopped down, finally sitting on the earth for the first time.
We had a whole plan figured out. A millennium from now, after we'd all been through the necessary training, a beautiful rapture. The righteous already judged, cleanly lifted to the heavens. Now we've got to queue a few decades long just to get people from purgatory into heaven. You know how hard it is to provide eternal bliss when a few billion new people need service?
The demon cocked an eyebrow, sitting down across from the angel.
You think that's bad? We would have had so much fun after you guys finished the rapture. Ground splitting, fires erupting. We even had a plan to summon a meteor for the grand finale. Now, I haven't even had time to laugh at somebody suffering Tantalus's punishment in a good few months. It's hell for the punishers too.
The angel laughed a bit in response.
At this rate, the angelic choir will sound like a bunch of middle schoolers when next it meets.
He sighed again. The demon tilted his head in thought before saying,
You know what? We basically have a desert all around us.
He stood up, summoning his pitchfork from thin air.
Why don't we have a classic heaven versus hell duel right here?
The angel smiled a bit and stood up.
I'd have enjoyed that. I really would have. But what's the point anymore? There's no rivalry, no humans to tempt. All that's left now are a few decades of work and then, I guess, eternal retirement.
The demon sighed, returning the pitchfork to the void.
I suppose you're right. The fighting was never that fun. I suppose that if we want anything to have meaning for now, it'll have to be in our work.
The demon turned away, summoning flames and returning to hell. The angel let out one last sigh.
I suppose it will.
He summoned a column of light, returning to his job in heaven.